Hello everybody, welcome to a short introductory video to our Kubota BX2370. It's our small introductory utility tractor, all-purpose tractor. We use this machine to get things done on the property, but also to make sure that our students understand basic safety concepts involved with operating a machine-driven tractor that is technically capable of a lot of power and consequently can be very dangerous. So we're going to go over a few safety issues and concerns that you need to be aware of while operating such a machine. One of the first things you should do when you are about to operate a piece of machinery that you're either familiar with or unfamiliar with is give it a look all the way around, circle it, and look for any issues that you may find, like a flat tire. And if it's not flat, you may see something through closer inspection on the tire. You may see something that is actually lodged in the tire that could be a problem after you get out onto the road. You want to give it a quick look and make sure that your attachments to the tractor are secure. Pins are in place and secured. Always a good idea to look underneath the machine. Quick look underneath and make sure that there are no puddles, no evidence of leakage. Also, you look on the machine for that same potential problem. Okay, all the way around. Checked all four tires. They all look solid visually, and also you can give them a kick, a feel. But for the most part, you're going to be able to tell visually whether or not you've got enough air in this for a routine operation. And also on the back of your machine, you should have this triangular sign called a slow moving vehicle sign. Okay. And again, I'm looking at another attachment here as I make my way fully around. This is our ballast box. This should be in place when you are running our tractor with the bucket on front. Okay, the ballast box counters the weight that could be in the bucket because depending on what you're hauling in your bucket, what you're loading, moving from A to B, B to C, what have you, it can be very heavy. If you didn't have this ballast box, your tractor could very easily lift up and become very unsteady, unstable, and it could be an increased hazard for you. So ballast box counters the weight of the bucket. And all components seem to be well secure, pins in place, functional, no leakage, tires. What I've just done was a relatively quick circle check on the tractor. I'm going to give us another video that basically deals with the fluids, the checking of the fluids, making sure you're squared away, everything from your fuel to hydraulic fluids, engine oil, making sure you're good to go there, how to check all those as well. So when you get up and onto the machine, after I've done my circle check, I'm happy with it. I feel comfortable. Now I can make myself a move up and onto the machine. And you want to get on the side, actually the left side of the tractor, as if you were sitting in a seat. It'd be the left side, where you don't have the additional obstructions of the gas pedal, the forward and reverse accelerators. All you have essentially is a brake here on your left and a clear path to the seat, with the exception of the pair of safety glasses. I'll leave those right there in the cup holder, because we actually don't advocate drinking and driving. We also don't advocate at all texting and driving, using your phone while operating, taking pictures while operating. Your phone should be away while you're on the machine. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Also, we recommend they're away while you're around the machines. Make sure that you have a heads-up attitude. You know what's going on. And at which point in time you can be ready to be around an environment with heavy machinery being run. So I get in the seat, and next thing I should do is adjust my seat to make sure that it is an appropriate distance from from where I'm sitting to the pedals, the controls. I just sent myself way up close, and that's way too close for me. But that lever is underneath your left leg. Whoa. Back and forth. Once I'm happy with my distance, I should buckle up. There's the ultimate set of keys, right next to a firmly buckled seatbelt. The seatbelt is on because the rollover protective structure is up. So should this tractor roll over, and that could happen if I had a few circumstances working against me, like going too fast. Must keep your speed down, folks. If I happen to have my bucket up too high and I take a corner or I approach a hill and I go up the hill the wrong way too aggressively, that could easily lead to a rollover. Rollovers can be fatal. So you got to make sure you're seatbelted when your rollover protective structure, hoping you see that over my head, is up and the pins are in place and it's secure. That is designed to save your life. Okay. Rollover protective structure is up. The ROPS, also known as ROPS. Seatbelt's on. My seat's adjusted. Okay. On the left is my brake. Down here. My left foot. Simple. Very, very easy. Very, very simple. There's my brake. Here we have our steering wheel. Okay. We have our throttle on the right here. Turtle is up. The turtle is slower than the hare. The hare is down. Hare, also known as a rabbit. Pull it down for increased RPMs and increased power. So, but we don't even have the machine on yet. But it's good to know where these are. Speaking of the power and the tortoise and the hare, turtle and the hare, we have our tachometer. It's going to tell us what our revolutions per minute are on the tractor. In other words, like how hard is this machine working? How fast are you going? But more often than not, it's simply how hard is that engine working? Because sometimes you can be going nice and slow. However, you've got your RPMs, revolutions per minute, up too high. So what we like to tell all our operators is that you should not have that orange needle much higher than, in fact, not higher than the 2,000 RPMs per minute. And that's going to help us to to keep this engine in tip-top running condition, not overworking. Okay, so you just and that also allows us to keep our speed to a dull roar. That dull roar speed is a safe speed because speed can kill. All right, and this can be a very useful piece of machinery. It can also be very dangerous. On my right is our lever used to raise and lower our bucket in the front of the tractor. Our bucket, our loader, whatever you want to call it. Okay. If I pull it down, it's going to get the action will, excuse me, they're all different. So on this machine, and again, remember, they are all different. I have not operated this little tractor since quite a while. So I need to refresh my memory. And what I would do is turn it on with my foot on the brake, okay, and my feet far away from the forward or reverse accelerators, okay, and I'm either going to pull down to raise the bucket, or it may be a push up motion, okay. So again, actually this, me not remembering whether or not it's up or down to put the loader up or down really helps to prove the point that every machine is different, and when you've been on a lot of them, sometimes it can throw you into a little piece of good old-fashioned confusion. So what I'm going to do is start this machine up with a key. And as I start it up, I'm going to evaluate how I should move this lever. And I will also be looking at the control for the 3-point hitch. Okay. So the 3-point hitch is behind me, and that is currently where our ballast box, okay, the box used to balance the tractor out if you had a heavy load in, but your 3-point hitch right here on my right off my right leg, I want to raise that, okay, because if I were to move, I don't want to be dragging that very heavy box behind me. Your classmates will get a kick out of it, and you know, not a good thing, especially if you're on some nice turf, and you'll end up ripping it up pretty good. So you want to make sure that's up, as well as the bucket, your loader, before you move. Very, very important to remember. You can end up costing yourself a lot of time and possibly money. So take my key, foot is on the brake, my left foot, my right foot is away from the accelerators. Put your key in. Okay, when you do put your key in, the how would I describe this? This end of the key goes up. This end of the key goes in. Up, in. Boom. Key inserted. Foot on brake. You also want to make sure you have the right key. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be searching for the proper key. Wrong key. And this is how we waste a fair amount of time when we're in the field. Good stuff. You take the wrong key to the site, and now you've got to go back to base camp, wherever that may be. Get yourself the right key. And when you finally do get that right key, you turn it. And when you turn it, you're going to check your lever, make sure that your loader is up, your ballast box is up. Okay, your loader should not go much higher than the hood of the tractor. Okay, ballast box does not need to be raised all the way up. It needs to be up and off the ground. However, 6 to 8 inches would be a reasonable height. Okay, and away you go. Now, my question to you is, did I bring the wrong key on purpose to prove a point? I want you to address that question in the poll. Was that intentional or not? Signing off, over and out. Be safe.